Smitton at the mighty Wurlitzer. But I can't talk to you from there. Let's try and get up here. Whoa.
You're Stuart Hall, aren't you?
God, well, of course, I do recognise the shape and style of Charles Smitton playing at the Odeon theatre organ here today. But Charles, I always thought theatre organs were pretty dead.
No. Far from it. There's a great resurgence of interest in the theatre organ as a musical instrument.
What are all these people doing here today, then?
They've come to hear the theatre organ because they like our sort of music.
But what about the cost of something like this? Look at this mighty organ here. I think, first of all, Charles, let's have a little demonstration of what the theatre organ can do.
Well, this is the typical...
I'd be terrified sitting at a keyboard like this.
This is typical theatre organ sound.
Now what?
Well, it can sound like a mighty cathedral organ, like this.
Imagine all the people gawping at you from the back row of the stalls, as I used to do myself, of course.
Oh, I'm so fat they only see my back.
What about wanting to do special effects now?
Well, the cinema organ was first invented primarily to accompany silent films, so you get novelty effects like this.
When skeletons were dropping out of cupboards, I presume.
Much louder, you've got the drums here.
Can you play something soft on it? A lot of criticism of theatre organs says they're always loud and a bit vulgar. Can you play something very sweet?
I'll play you Brahms' Lullaby and put you to sleep.
Beautiful. Lovely. Let's get back to the serious chat now, Charles.
Yes.
This would cost, what, about £50,000 if it were built
today? When it was built, way back in 1929, 1930, it was about £12,000. So sure, a lot of money in those days.
So surely does it not preclude the theatre organ from coming back into popularity?
Well, those that are left are coming back into popularity, but not as part and parcel of cinema programmes.
How many would there be in the country altogether, you say?
It's a tough question to ask me just like that. I should imagine about a dozen in first-class playing order, but if you count every organ, there must be about 50 or 60 left, up and down the country.
You're seriously advocating the return of the theatre organ to popularity then in the cinemas of this country?
Not so much in the cinemas as part and parcel of a cinema programme. I think the day is not far distant when people will come, as these people have come today, to hear an organ, a theatre organ recital, as you would go to any other form of live music making.
Charles, thank you very much. A few bars of Estravita now, and I go and talk to some of your patrons.
Right.
Now, sir, why are you here today?
Well, I've always had an interest in the theatre organ, and I came here soon after it was opened, when it was played by Rex O'Grady in the 1930s. I do a bit of playing myself, but I can't do very much because I'm a farmer.
This is unusual, isn't it? But is the theatre organ dead? Are you all living a bit in the past here today?
Well, not really. I mean, the attendance here, there must be 300 to 400 people here.
Oh, 1,000 easily.
1,000, yes. This shows, doesn't it, that there's still a keen interest in it.
Do you think the kids will start coming back to cinemas to hear it played like this?
Well, I think if some youngsters would make the effort to go to hear a theatre organ played, they'd realise that it's not something to just be laughed at. I think youngsters of today do tend to laugh at the theatre organ and say, oh, it's a thing of the past, you know. You know, they don't seem to...
A little bit square?
Yeah, they do think it's a bit square.
What attracts you about the theatre organ?
Well, there's such a lot of scope with it, and as people said before, there's so many effects to be gained from it, and it's a very satisfying instrument to play.
Well, you 1,000 members of the Theatre Organ Club of Great Britain, now comes your chance to show your appreciation of a real musician. I'm just about to jump onto the keyboard, the seat rather, and play at the keyboard of the, thank you, of the mighty Wurlitzer. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. 4.